Yo, what's up, guys? It's me again. This is day 2 of documenting my journey. So I think this is going to be a little bit more like an explanation about where my life is at right now, because I know I didn't go over that yesterday. So, my name is Max Tovar. I'm 21 years old. Ever since I graduated high school, it seems like I've tried a lot of different things. I can't remember exactly when I started to have thoughts about getting rich. I feel like I've had them for a long time. Like since I was like 15 years old or something. I feel like I one day just Googled or YouTubed like how to make money online. And then I went down this rabbit hole of making money and business and social media and drop shipping and all of these different side hustles that I studied for a long time. Obviously, I didn't have anyone around me that, like most people that think like me, we usually don't have people that think like us around us. So I just kind of was stuck in analysis paralysis for a pretty good while. I remember when I was like a senior in high school, I was in this college readiness class called AVID, and they pretty much get you ready to go to college. They give you the idea that you're gonna go to college and you're gonna study. And I mean, at that point in my life, it's like everybody's going to college, so it just seems like the obvious thing to do, right? I remember at first when we were applying, I wasn't sure what I was gonna study, but for some reason I was thinking computer science. Like I might like computer science. I mean, I like technology, so computer science just made sense. And I still do like technology. I'm really into AI and all of that sort of stuff. But anyways, it was like a little bit later on where I had like a little bit of a realization, and I was like, you know what? I like business and I can study business in college. Why don't I just study business? And I switched my major from computer science to business then. But like long story short, I didn't last in college for more than a semester. I dropped out. It just really wasn't for me. And then from that point on, I had a bunch of different jobs and gigs that I did. My first job after college, I was at a marketing at a dental clinic. And then I did a lot of DoorDash throughout that whole time. A lot of DoorDash. It was like a span of like 2 to 3 years. A lot of DoorDash, a lot of little side hustles that I tried to do online that I didn't really try 100%. I tried, but not really. Like wholesaling real estate. Like I just did like a few cold calls, and I went to a few properties with a realtor. I didn't even get how the process worked 100%. I got in contact with the buyer's side realtor, and I thought that's the guy that I was supposed to negotiate with. Pretty funny. But then I worked at Planet Fitness for a while. There was a time period where I just donated plasma and got money that way. But all throughout this time, I was pretty distracted. I had a girlfriend at the time. I just really wasn't focused. Yeah, I learned a lot though. I've been learning and growing, obviously, but I tried a bunch of different things. I went into like a few different MLMs. I have a lot of experience with those, actually. I was in one for like almost a whole year, and I really believed that was going to be the thing that made me rich. It was this MLM where we sold life insurance. I mean, it's not impossible to make it work, but it's really hard. And you know what they tell you? They say, I mean, it might be hard, but it's not impossible. And they motivate you and they tell you like, come on, man, you got it and all this. And in my head, I don't like limiting myself, you know. So I would be like, yeah, I got it, this and that. But I'm glad that I realized that there's easier ways to make money out there. Um, and you shouldn't feel bad about picking an easier route, because at the end of the day, it's all leverage, it's all efficiency. If you make $1 million in 5 years, that's way better than making $1 million in 10 years. Because in 5 years, you'll accomplish what you did in 10 years. And then if you do it in 5 years, then you'll have more potential to make more money in 10 years. You know what I'm saying? So I'm glad that I realized that. I sold solar for a little bit. I knocked doors. That was when I was going through a phase where I wanted to develop my sales skill, and I still think it's a really good skill to have. But I did develop it a little bit, but it's not the best still. But now I feel like as long as you really believe in what you're selling, and you just use logic, and you just know like the basics, the basic concepts of human psychology, and like there are a little bit of basics that you have to know about how to sell, and it goes along with like everything. Like it's like fundamentals. it goes with like e-commerce. It goes with closing, selling, setting appointments, all that. And then I started getting into the agency space, which is where you pretty much provide some sort of marketing service to either small businesses or bigger online businesses or whatever it is. So for a while, I really wanted to do that, but I was limited by my ability to get uncomfortable, because I had this idea that I had to make cold calls, and I did make a good amount of cold calls, but I wasn't really good at it. Obviously, I did a few cold calls before, but I never got enough practice in to get good at it. And it was just some mental stuff like limiting me, you know, like being insecure or not being confident in myself that I was able to provide a service to the business owner or whatever. So I never really did a lot of volume in that, and I didn't really give it a real try. And then fast forward to now, one day I just saw a tweet, and this guy was talking about how Donald Trump could make a lot of money. And that's pretty much, I wasn't sure if I wanted to expose. Maybe I'll blur it out. Maybe I won't. But I'm pretty much doing e-commerce. I'm selling merch of this famous person, and it has to do with like events that are going on right now in the world. So that's been a theme for me, because there was also a time where there was actually 2 solar eclipses that passed by in like a span of 6 months through where I live. And the first time that I bought 1,000 pairs of solar eclipse glasses, and I sold out, and I made a good like 2.5 bands in profit in 2 days. So that felt like really good, like a really big success. And then the second time that I did it, I bought another 1,000, and it was a cloudy day, so I sold like only like a quarter of the glasses that I had. I didn't really make much money at all off of those. I actually still have them. They're actually right here. If you guys don't believe me, if you guys need any solar eclipse glasses, let me know. No, I'm just kidding. I had to post this on eBay. I'm sure someone will want them. You know, I have like 750 of them in here. Just have this big box full of them. Look at this. I'm balling out. But anyways, So I feel like from stuff like that, I learned to take advantage of events and opportunities, because there was a time where I also tried to sew giant teddy bears. I bought giant teddy bears off of AliExpress, just the skin, uh, empty. And I also bought off of Amazon like PP cotton to fill the teddy bears up. And I had like 5 or 6, and I tried to sell them, but I don't think I sold any. I might have sold like maybe one. I don't really remember, but I gifted my girlfriend at the time one, and I gave one to my little sister as well. I don't remember what happened to the other ones. I think I might have sold like 3 of them. But I've always liked to be as efficient as possible and to take the higher leverage opportunities, I mean. And so the solar eclipse sale really just reinforced that. And that's why I'm doing this with the e-commerce. It's based around an event that's going on this year. I'm not gonna like give too much details away, because I don't want, I mean, like I said, I'm not expecting these videos to get a lot of views, but if they do for some reason at this time, in 2024 that I'm recording this, then I don't really want to have like any interactions in between my personal brand and my business, at least my e-commerce business. But anyway, yeah, that's what I'm doing right now. But recently, I was working with a business partner. He was a good friend of mine from high school. He seemed to be a little bit like-minded as me, like business-minded and stuff, but he still has a long way to go in his journey. He's the type of, we all know those people that say they want to improve, and, they just do a lot of talking, but they don't do a lot of doing. And I love him. He's my friend. At the end of the day, there's no hard feelings, but I told him I just don't really want to have someone that's half working, half not, as my business partner. So I told him if he wants to keep the profit, he can. But I just wanted him to make a choice. And we're also planning to move out together when we got rich from this store. But I told him I don't really want to be around someone that is not really trustworthy, because he's not really a man of his word yet. Hopefully he can be someday. I believe in him that he can be. But I just told him that, sorry guys, I'm scratching my leg. My leg is itchy. I just told him that probably, because I need change right now, I sold my car not that long, like a few months ago, because he said we were going to move out to an apartment that he had in a different city. But he lost his job, and turns out he didn't want to go back because he didn't have a job. But I told him if we both got jobs, we could make rent. But he didn't want to. And so there was just this pattern where like he just chose situations that are more comfortable. And I get it. I mean, it's obvious. You want to be in the most comfortable situation naturally. But if you want to grow, you have to get in uncomfortable situations. So I told him I'm still at my parents'. I didn't tell you guys that. And it is a comfortable situation, obviously. I don't really have bills. I get food. I get a roof over my head. But I don't want it to be like this, because I know that it shouldn't be like this. I want to grow. I want to be self-sustainable, and way beyond that, obviously. But I'm not gonna be able to go way beyond that if I can't break out of this little shell, So I told him, right now I'm just stuck at home. I don't have a car, and I have to do something to like change my situation, And so I told him I would get a car at a dealership and I told him I would get a job. But I'm thinking now of just really, now that I have a better work ethic, giving another try to the agency space and marketing for small businesses. Because I've seen a lot of people that have success in it, like fast. They sign a client in like their first week, and it's crazy. But they got to put the work in, obviously. You got to put the work in. And right now, I have all the free time in the world. I'm not going to lie to you guys. I have all the free time in the world. And so I really believe that if I put my all into it, I can manage both my e-commerce business and my agency if I really try. So I think that is what I'm going to try. So I've created like a bunch of free trials for high level because I never really fully commit. I tell myself that I am, but I don't. But my work ethic has been getting better. So I think this is what I'm going to do. I think this is what I'm really going to do. Get my bills paid from the marketing agency and reinvest into my e-commerce business. And then hopefully I can be able to make a good amount of money from that. I think obviously I want to grow as much as I can, but I want to get to like at least 10K a month before, or I don't really know. I just want to make as much money as possible, and I want to move out. But I think I want like at least like, obviously you want to have safe, reoccurring income to move out. But I don't know what the number is going to be. I'm thinking maybe like 10K, maybe 5K. It really just depends on my finances. But that's pretty much the explanation of where my life is at right now, guys. It's currently the date. Sorry, guys, I had to stop recording to check the date, but it's June 5th, 2024. It's 11 p.m. And yeah, once again, I'm just doing this to document my journey. I know one day I'm gonna be filthy rich. I'm gonna have so much money, it's not even gonna be funny. A lot of people are gonna hate me. I'm gonna be one of those billionaires that people get mad at for not paying taxes. But I do plan to help out the world, so I hope you guys forgive me for not paying taxes, all right? Other than that, I guess that's it for today. I don't really want to drag this video on for a long time, but yeah, guys, I hope if you guys are in a similar situation, you can relate to me. I hope you guys can get through it. I hope you guys are able to reach all of your goals that you have for yourself. Just know whatever you set your mind to, whatever you can imagine in here is possible. The human brain is literally designed to create in reality, manifest things into reality. That's what the brain is designed to do. We're the only species in Earth that is able to create. Everything that you see around you came from the mind of a human as an idea, and it is now in front of you. Just look around, anything. This phone that you're holding right now, or this device, was an idea, as so was said right now. I mean, at some point. And they made it come to reality. That is proof that whatever you have inside of here, you can make come true. All right? So, with that being said, guys, I hope you guys achieve everything that you desire. And yeah, max out your life. Peace.